Want to challenge yourself this year? Why not focus on mastering emotional intelligence? And this can have a profound effect on your own personal growth. Now, emotional intelligence is a concept that's been around for many years, but the importance of which cannot be overstated. In essence, if you can understand how you're feeling at that point, you can both achieve more and also interact with other people, having an understanding of how they are feeling. And potentially this can unlock your full potential and allow you to thrive in all areas of life. One of the challenges we may face when dealing with our own emotions is trying to manage them. Often this is by suppressing them. And if we look at emotions as weaknesses, it's a surefire way to fail. Because if you're feeling in a certain way, it's often for a good reason. So if you're trying to just use your energy to think, don't feel anxious, for example, you may be stuck in that process and your personal growth will suffer. Another thing, an obstacle that you may have to overcome is just a general lack of self-awareness. Because without a clear understanding of our own emotions, the triggers that can potentially mean you do something impulsive and a pattern of behavior that you get into, we'll just do things by autopilot. And that allows us to unintentionally damage relationships and hinder progress for us to achieve our goals and also to help other people achieve their goals. And with emotional intelligence, you can gain a good understanding of how somebody else is feeling, understand the challenges they face, and it allows you to give empathy to other people. And by having that connection, you in turn will feel less isolated. Society pressures can hold us back, but we simply need to be aware of this. There's no good trying to hold back your emotions if you've been told put on a brave face. This could lead to a feeling of inadequacy. And at times we may feel overwhelmed with emotions as if we're losing control. But the key here is to actually recognize this. Recognize your emotions. If you can acknowledge them, acknowledge perhaps the underlying reasons why you're feeling that way, what challenges you're facing, it will then help you achieve control over your emotions, and that will stop you being held back by these. Because in essence, self-awareness is this foundation of emotional intelligence. And by understanding our own emotions, our thoughts and behaviors, we can then actually respond rather than simply react. And we can give behavior that we display, we do ourselves and when we're interacting with other people that align with our own values. Self-regulation is obviously another critical part of emotional intelligence. And by being able to self-regulate, we can reduce and control stresses, anxiety, and impulsiveness, and instead be intentional and thoughtful and meaningful in our responses. Empathy. This is vital. This is being able to imagine how a different human is feeling. And it's this ability to actually connect with somebody on a deeper level. And when we're empathetic and the other person understands that, there's often a connection that's hard to summarize, but it's how you're both feeling. And you may find a strong bond between you and other humans, and it may allow you to have great meaningful relationships. And this is part of being an effective communicator. And also, if you've got empathy and you can imagine how the other person is thinking and feeling, if there's a conflict, potentially you can navigate that difficult situation better and lead to greater cooperation between you and the other individuals. So to enhance your emotional intelligence, it's a bit about daily self-reflection. It could be that you write things down in a journal, meditate, or simply reflect on your emotions and thoughts deliberately, as that will allow you to identify patterns, gain insights, and develop a deeper understanding of yourself. Another thing I just stress is active listening. This is so important when you're in a conversation. Try and put your phone away. Think what the other person's perspective is. You may want to give some open-ended questions to encourage deeper discussion, but that will, by actively listening, improve your empathy and potentially your relationships. Mindfulness meditation can also enhance your self-awareness and self-regulation skills, and I would recommend any of you, if you've not tried it, go into a yoga class, because meditation often helps you focus on the moment, reducing your stress, and that in turn means that when you encounter stressful situations, you'll be better equipped to manage these. So we're coming to the end here. I've told you about the importance of emotional intelligence, recognizing the challenges we face in life, and developing the skills that will help you unlock your full potential and live an authentic, meaningful life that's important to you. Hope you found that helpful. If so, of course, you can subscribe, like, but if you've got any comments or things that you want to share about emotional intelligence, feel free to put them in the comments below, and potentially we will all develop great strategies to grow together.